guys, this is Jacke. It is 9:10 and I'm vlogging, so that's kind of unusual. I hope you'll pardon the chlorine smell. I was in a pool for part of the day. Let me hear normal again. No, that actually kind of worked. Another thing I did today was this. Getting free Chick-fil-A food by dressing up as a cow, but that's enough of that. You probably asking why I'm doing this. Why the terrible light, Jacke? Why the weird baseball cap? I will tell you, dear viewer. I watch a guy called VlogginEgan. He vlogs, his name's Egan, and he has a channel that's down there. And he did a Question Friday video that released tonight about the internet. And I found the questions compelling, so much so that I decided to say, to heck with the formula, I'm doing this at night at 9:15 in the evening in a new angle. So, question number 1. I'm paraphrasing here because I don't have it in front of me. What was the moment when the internet clicked for you, when you were like, oh my goodness, this is amazing? Unlike VlogginEgan, I was not using the internet back in dial-up days. My family had it, but we only used it for special occasions. And I also didn't really have any significant social media experiences in the first year or two. So my oh my goodness, this is amazing moment is kind of nerdy and weird, but I embrace it. Through the internet and school-sanctioned, freely available online manuals, I learned how to tinker with the registry. I'd spend hours and hours and hours tinkering and customizing and perfecting something that shortly before I didn't even know existed thanks to this tool that wasn't even in my home. It was after a string of those nights of staying up until 3 or 4 in the morning that my parents decided that my 14-year-old self needed to get to bed sooner and enacted a curfew. But that set of nights of individual discovery and exploration of a system that most people don't care about or even know exists on Windows machines made me realize the potential of the internet as a niche tool providing community and support and interest in subjects that didn't necessarily have mass appeal. So that's enough for question number 1. Let's move on to question number 2. What are 3 sites that you frequent the most besides Google? Now, unlike VlogginEgan, when I hear Google, I think of any Google properties, which includes YouTube. In terms of social media, my top 3 sites would be Twitter, Reddit, and Facebook. Because I have not given up on Facebook yet. You can see my thoughts down below. In terms of tech news, I used to read TechCrunch a lot, but has now been supplanted by The Verge. And in terms of comics, I'd say XKCD and the Doghouse Diaries. Now, I know that's more than 3 sites, but I'm technically asking the questions, and I've decided that it's okay for myself to provide more answers. And the third one? What was the third one? Pardon me as I check and then change angles. Oh yes, what will technology be like in 10 or 20 years? And no one that I know really has a clue about anything that far ahead in time, but I'm just going to make a guess. In 7 years, we're going to crack the secret behind brain neurons, just like we cracked the genetic code, and we're going to be able to make computers that interface with our minds. And then we're gonna have a mess on our hands when some unethical company decides to just make everyone buy their product against their will. And as we all walk around doing things that we don't want to, we'll have a good chuckle about when we argued about Facebook privacy settings. If I sound different than usual, well, it's 9:30 at night now, and also I was just watching Zay Frank, who is very cool and you should go watch sometime when you have the chance. This has been nice and weird, folks. I don't know if I'll ever do this again. This is Jacke Karashae, wishing you good night.